Black Americans clap down because at the end of the day, this particular question is too much. And I love the fact that they literally answered this question. So, to every single one of you that have decided that you will never respect Black Americans, that you really do not know where they come from, that they don't have culture, East, West, North, and South, there is nothing you people have not labeled Black Americans, especially the foundational Black Americans, those ones that said, I choose not to associate myself with Africans. I choose to honor my ancestors. It's paining you people. It's making you people so annoyed to the point that if you guys see any Black Americans, you guys automatically tag them as lazy. But it is okay. I want you guys to watch this video, especially as a Black American person, and also as that particular people that has literally been looking down on these particular Black Americans, and let me know your honest opinion, because credit belongs to the original creator of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode, and everything they literally said is absolutely correct. Like, I agreed with them 100%, even as an African, okay? But anyways, I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing my videos. I do not take you guys for granted. You guys are absolutely the best. And for disclaimers, for educational purposes only, let's go ahead, roll out the clip, and I'll be back with commentaries.
Black folks, let me remind you of something real quick. We are the prize. We are the undeserved gift to this country, period. And don't you ever forget it. But here's the problem. Some of us have let white conditioning trick us into believing that we're not good enough. And while we've been doubting ourselves, they've been busy extracting everything good from us. They told us our cooking wasn't good, it wasn't healthy, all while they sat at the table and had us cooking their food. They said we weren't parenting right, while they depended on us to raise and nurture their children. They clown us, call us ghetto, then turn around and copy the same style and swagger. They said our English was broken. But baby, that's ingenuity. That's rhythm, a code, brilliance. Baby, they could never duplicate. We treat our cousins like siblings, holding our family close, while some of them barely know theirs. Even the way we look, y'all already know. From our lips to our hips to our melanin. Copied, repackaged, and sold back as trends. Child, please. Everything they told us was negative, they either emulated it or flipped it into something to profit from. And when you sit back and just look at it all, you have to come to the conclusion that some of us have been downright bamboozled, hoodwinked, and led astray. So let me be clear. We've always been enough. And we've always been the prize. And whatever it is you've been wanting to do, baby, now's the time. Go after it. Because if mediocre folks can get the gig, hold titles, sit at the table, unqualified, you certainly can get it too. We overqualified. So drink your water, stay rooted, real, and knowledgeable, and mind your Black business. Happy Black History 365, and I'll see you next time.
While we on this whole sexy so long topic, I want us to remove the "you're just Black" phrase out of everybody's vocabulary. Like, growing up around the diaspora, I'm talking about, I grew up around a bunch of different Africans, Caribbeans, Afro-Latinos, all the things. And when I would tell people that I'm Black American, I would consistently hear, "So you're just Black?" And it never sat right with me, but it wasn't until I got older that I realized the reason for that is because it kind of insinuated that Black Americans didn't have culture. There was no significance, because nobody would ever say, like, "Oh, so you're just Trinidadian, so you're just Ghanaian, so you're just Nigerian." Like, it would only be Black Americans that they would say this "just" thing to, like it was not special. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that so much of American culture is Black American culture. It comes from us. Like music, jazz, R&B, hip hop, country, rock and roll, that comes from us. Our slang, right? Like AVE, all that, period, sis, and all that, that comes from us, right? Our fashion, streetwear, sneaker culture, that comes from us. And I feel like white America has done such a good job at convincing non-Americans that Black people in America don't have culture, when the reality is We are the culture. We don't assimilate to America. America has assimilated to us, literally.
Black woman is the fucking blueprint. You cannot convince me or tell me otherwise. At this point, it's set in stone. It's like being a fucking Excalibur and nobody can pull you out of that rock. I'm there. I'm stuck. I'm glued into the front and nobody or they mama can pull me out of that. Now with me, I like chocolate, rice, and sand. Hey, if you know, you know. But, you cannot ever go wrong with a black woman, bro. Now, I'm sure Dr. Umar will be a little disappointed, but one thing I can say for sure is that you will never, especially as a black man, ever catching me beating down, rejecting, neglecting, bashing, or being jealous of black women. Black women are the fucking pinnacle of this world. When you have a beautiful, intelligent, educated, knowledgeable, elegant, demure, and modest black woman, you can take over the world with that shit. You've seen it all over the internet, time and time again. When a man dates a black woman, that motherfucker is instantly upgraded. You know those game ads you see on TikTok, start off as a level 5 goon, then upgrade to a level 100 boss? That's exactly what a black woman would do to you. Black woman also keeps me on my toes, bro. They are taking over the education industry. I don't think y'all noticed that, but black women are so fucking intelligent. They are running this place. Their education, their scholars, their achievements, their degrees, they are skyrocketing more than anybody right now. And every time I open this app, every time I go on the news and see what's going on, every time I look at the achievements, I'm like, there's always a black woman out there. I'm looking at this and I'm like, damn, not only I'm impressed, I am proud, I am happy, I am loving the fact that I am seeing black women being so successful in life, but also I'm looking at this as competition. It's not a bad thing. This is a great thing because black women are keeping me on my toes. They keeping me sharp. They keeping me agile. They keeping me flexible. Now, I have no idea who I'm going to be marrying in the future because the future is very unpredictable. However, one thing I can say is that I'm never going to be marrying a white girl. That's for damn sure. I will always love, appreciate, and be grateful and proud of my black woman. And it should be like that for every black man, because I know there's a lot of black men on this planet who's not only very self-hating towards themselves, but towards their own women. I wanted to make this video because I want it to be known that I care about my black woman, because unfortunately, I'm not seeing it enough. So for the black women out there, I love y'all, truly.
Black women are the blueprint to everything. They're the most creative, the most stylish, the most funniest. Think about it. Why are so many male content creators pretending to be a woman, a black woman, and they deem that it's being funny? Because black women, a lot of black women are like the funniest species on earth. Not saying every black woman is a comedian, but the ones that are funny, they are funny. Extremely creative. We set the standards for all different types of styles, hairstyles, everything. And you know what I notice about a lot of white tea people? The first thing that they can say is about lashes, hair, but these are all things that they try to do as well. Even when I work with women that were from Pakistan, they were the same way, to copy a black woman, but at the same time they didn't like black women. They tried to down black women a lot, and it's just like stop it. Even the white tea gay males, who their whole personality is what? It's trying to be a black woman. So like I said, cut it. We are everything and everything is us, and that's just what it is.
Oh, I seen a video, I wish I can tag her, and it was a girl. I hate to say the color of people's skins, but I wanted to narrow it down about the girl in the video. Hopefully y'all can find her and tag her. She was a white woman, and she was basically like, I don't understand, what is it about black people that some people hate so much? Why is it racism? She said, I don't understand, like, why is people mad because black people are darker complexion? It doesn't make sense. See, the reason why they don't like black people, because we are literally the blueprint. We were the first people here, okay? We started all of this. Every race has a trace of black DNA within them because it all started from a black woman. Black woman from West Africa, to be exact. When Africa was colonized by these racist people, they stripped our ancestors, our different things that we know away from us. And then they whitewashed us. So that's why you see a lot of portraits of Jesus being white. Eve was white. You came from a man's rib. This is what they teach you. Because they know the blueprint always come back to a woman. Why do you think they want you to be so submissive to your husband? Marry him. Take care of him. Nurture him. Why do you think that in marriages, the most unhappy women are married? Because you lose yourself, you lose your power, you lose your sense of worth. Because you are taught to believe that you are supposed to be for your man. Let's think about it. If you kind of think about it and go back to years ago, many, many years ago, women will always be the blueprint. We didn't go look for a man. The man always comes to us. Knights fought and killed just to kiss a woman. You literally had to have money to even marry women. But now you have the women taking care of the men now. The women begging the men to stay now. Men don't have to do too much these days to sleep with a woman because they have taught you to always obey a man, that you came from the man. How the fuck can you come from somebody that you create yourself? Make it make sense. Understand that religion is a form of control, especially for women. That is why they're trying to control your bodies, which they have successfully done now. That's why they talk about rapists as a joke. That's why we have one as a fucking president, because they do not respect women. Why do you think that Mother Nature is called Mother Nature? All of this shit started with a woman. You think that your body becomes everybody else's business but your own business. Don't y'all think that's crazy? They call us emotional, aggressive, but men are doing most of the killing. Women are too busy nurturing, taking care of people, your kids. Why do you think they made you fear your own intuition, your own sexuality, your own feminine energy? Don't wear that. Don't talk like, don't be too seducing. That's why you get touched. That's why he raped you. Understand now women are starting to wake the fuck up and they're not taking that shit no more. Women were worshipped as gods. That's why they're trying to silence us. Because if a woman understands her worth and her power, she becomes fucking uncontrollable. And they just won't allow that to happen. That thing you have between your legs, baby, is literally a portal. You create life. That's why they trying to ban abortion, push you to have more children, because they know without women, it's no us. It's no world. It will fucking crumble. That's why they're changing so many laws to keep you fucking hindered and stuck over your own body. Wake the fuck up. Women right now was to stop having sex with men and say, you know what, we're done. People will go fucking extinct. That's why they push this agenda in the Bible. Get married. It's what you're supposed to do. Love your husband. It is all fucking lies. Understand, without us, there will be no them. Period. That's why they hinder women. That's why they want you to be submissive. That's why they want you to listen. Because they know once a woman understands her power, understand her worth, so that when you create life, baby, that is the biggest gift that you have to this world. Become fucking unshakable. One person can bleed for 7 days and live to talk about it. Women.
I love black women of all cultures, but let's be clear, I am a black American woman, and my beauty is afforded to black American women. Women that have fought for my freedom, women that have fought for me to be here, women that have been through so much. And no, I will not humble black women. I will not humble myself, because black women in America's beauty has been tried to be pushed down and pushed out, and there's constantly men on here talking about black women are undesirable and disregarding all the things black women have been through in America. Oh, we're too aggressive, oh, we're too that. But you know what? No, we're none of that. Black women deserve to be everything they want to be. Black American women deserve it, because we literally built this culture. Literally, whether it be dancing, singing, TikTok, the list goes on, basketball more recently. Black women have proven to be the best at everything that we do. Black American women have proved themselves time and time again, and I refuse to humble myself before anyone that's not a black American woman, and I stand on that. But shout out to all the black, we all black at the end of the day, but I'm just saying I am a black American woman, and I'm not going to humble black American women, because they have done more than enough to prove themselves day in and day out that they are at the top of the totem pole. Thank you.
Most of the stuff y'all consume is black American culture. Most of the stuff y'all see, hear, listen to, wanna wear is black American culture. Yet y'all give white people your flowers for what? What y'all giving white people your flowers for? I really don't understand it. Next time y'all say, I love the 90s style, I love the Y2K style, I love baggy clothes, black American style. That's black American culture. Next time y'all say, I love rock music, and y'all think of Elvis Presley. Rock music didn't start with Elvis Presley. Rock music started with black Americans. Country music started with black Americans. House music started with black Americans. Techno is black music. Hip-hop is black music. R&B is black music. Blues, jazz, gospel is black music. Everything that y'all consume, most of the stuff, is black music. People dress like Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is dressed like TLC, The Brat, and MC Light. But y'all don't know who that is, so the conversation doesn't even make sense. I'm so sick and tired of people thinking black Americans don't have culture when they are the culture. Y'all love the gift and not the giver. Y'all love everything that black people produce, but y'all don't like black people. Y'all love everything that black people give you, but you don't respect black people. Y'all love everything that black people, it only exists because of black people. You only exist because of black people. If it wasn't for a black woman, y'all wouldn't even be here. Yet y'all want to hate on black women. All of that shit don't make sense to me, bro.
Why do people always have to colonize black people's shit? With respect to the ICE murder in Minnesota, I've seen more and more MAGA people saying fuck around and find out, and I've also seen people on the other side talking about say her name. This is very weird behavior.
This comment is spot on, because they definitely want to be us. If they didn't want to be us, they wouldn't be out here getting BBLs and fake booties. Who has a naturally slim waist and a fat ass? When they go get their lips done, whose lips are they copying? The fact that they now all wear extensions, the fact that they even created extensions, because we always had weave, wigs and braids, and you can go back to slave time. We was switching up our do. Who they copying? They have a perm system that curls their hair. It makes it naturally curly. You know who else got naturally curly hair? The eyelashes, the nails, the gold jewelry, the music they listen to, the music they create, the dialect, the fact that white artists just straight up steal black songs. They've even copied the way that we care for our hair. Now they need hot oil treatments. Now they need scalp oil. Now they use grease. I seen a white girl on my damn For You page with a bonnet on. Baby, who are you copying? What are you protecting? They tried to come out and say that the Vikings were the first people with braids. They braid hair now. Wait. They're not even quiet no more. If you pay attention now, everybody got an attitude now. Everybody speak up and say and talk back to their man. So the funny thing is that pride that they seem to have is really a false sense of pride. Because if you were truly thinking that you were better than someone or you were above something, you wouldn't copy everything they do. You wouldn't try to be a carbon copy of something that you hate and something that you think you're better than, right? So yeah, just remember, black women are the blueprint. We are always being copied. We will always be copied, and you are never alone if you're black, because there's always somebody in your business.
Child, the foundational Black American story is one of the greatest ever told. Resistance, resilience, and reimagining. And baby, that's the gag. We didn't just survive. We authored that shit. We are the blueprint. Full stop. Now here's the problem. Folks love to play in our faces with that tired ass question. Where are you from? No, really, where are you from? As if the word American only belongs to white people. Because for them to admit that we shaped this country through our own resistance and destiny, that would shatter the very foundation of their belief in white supremacy. Baby, that's why they come at us sideways. Because deep down, they can't fathom how we survived slavery, Jim Crow, and systemic oppression, and still created a culture that the whole world copies. That confusion turns into jealousy. That jealousy turns into disrespect. Let me be crystal clear. We don't need their validation. Black Americans are the blueprint because I'm American. My family is from North Carolina, mom and dad. And I can't tell you the number of times I get asked that dumbass question. Where are you from? No, really, where are you from? North Carolina. Generations deep. Because I'm not about to do Olympic level ancestry to make somebody else feel comfortable. Ain't it funny how nobody asks white Americans where they're really from? But let a black American say I'm American, and somehow it's like the Wi-Fi cut out. The manufactured confusion. What they don't understand is our story is layered. African roots, European ancestry, not by choice, native connections, and it all converges right here in the United States of America. That's our reality. That's our identity. And that's exactly why some of them are jealous. They can't wrap their heads around how we carried and still carry the weight of oppression and still became the cultural heartbeats of this nation. Music, fashion, innovation, style, language, and I could go on, but I'm not. We set the tone every single damn time. So the next time someone tries to play in your face and say black folks have no culture, no values, here's the list, baby. Family, liberty, justice, God, creativity, and survival. Those are our values. That's our culture. We are who we say we are and who they wish they could be, but never will. We are American. Full stop. So here's my ask of you. Stop giving clout, likes, and comments to folks who make a living disrespecting us. Block them. Protect your peace. Because the Black American story is too sacred to let outsiders rewrite. Child, it's too much. So drink your water. Stay rooted, real, and knowledgeable. And mind your black business. Happy Black History 365. And I'll see you next time.
Black women are the beginning of human life. That's not a slogan, that's genetics. Every human alive today traces their ancestry back to Africa. All of us. Every race, every ethnicity, every nationality. And not just Africa, African women. And just to be clear, this doesn't mean that men weren't there. It means maternal DNA is the only lineage science can trace cleanly and continuously that far back. Which is kind of ironic, because patriarchy spends a lot of energy stamping men's last names onto children to mark ownership. But biology has always traced human continuity through women. Before there were white people, before there were Asian people, before there were Europeans, before there were borders, religions, or nations, there were black women giving birth to humanity. Skin lightened as humans migrated to places with less sun. Features changed based on environment. But the origin, the beginning, the source code, African women. And yet somehow, in a world that literally exists because of them, black women are still the most disrespected, erased, exploited, and undervalued group on the planet. Which is a choice, not a coincidence. This isn't about saying black women are better than anyone else. It's about telling the truth about where humanity comes from and noticing how violently that truth has been denied. Because once you understand that black women are literally the foundation of human life, it becomes very obvious that racism isn't ignorance. It's fear and insecurity trying to rewrite the origin story. So no, black women aren't on the margins of history. They are the beginning of it.
The only people that comment shit like that are white people when they feel like they're being excluded for something they have no business being a part of. I'm just saying. Mind you, this is what Malcolm X said. I ain't say this. Black women are the most disrespected group of people in the entire world. Let that sink the fuck in. When black women started getting degrees became useless. Black women started the feminist movement. You never equate the feminist movement to black women, but we started it, but yet we didn't even benefit from it till years and years later. We started Black Lives Matter and, a lot of these big movements that other people of color and other women of color benefited from, but black women did not benefit from. Pretty much every single trend you see on your fucking TikTok screen came from black women, from the way that people talk, from the way that people dress, from the way that people wear their hair, their nails, their eyelashes. It all comes from black women. If I'm not mistaken, before I started talking about Asian people business, that shit wasn't mainstream. Nobody was talking about that. But yet, anytime people talk about Asian people business, guess who they don't give credit to? But yet, no one fights to protect us. No one fights to advocate for us. No one fights to give us safe spaces. Anytime we speak out, we are angry black women. But the reason why we are angry black women when we speak out, because people know when black women get angry, shit
happens. That's why.
Well, I guess I can be the one to tell you that no one is paying a steeper price for the disaster that's going on in this country than Black women. The difference is we've been here before and we are no strangers to adversity. Since Black History Month isn't for me, it's for you. I want to let you know that you need to start listening to the 92% of us that knew exactly what we had to lose with the last election. We've been paying a black tax for our existence and survival in this country for generations. 40 acres and a mule wouldn't even come close to covering it. In addition to reading, writing, and arithmetic, we also have to teach our children how to not die if pulled over by the police. In addition to making sure our kids know to look both ways before they cross the road, we also have to make sure our sons don't find themselves in a he said, she said situation with a white girl. In order to make sure our children have access to high quality education, we have to sacrifice proximity to our communities and move to areas where they are the micro minority to have access to quality schools that our property taxes pay for. We got to make sure both parents are available and can take off work and can show up at every single parent-teacher conference, PTA meeting, school field trip, and event to make sure that our children are not viewed as a stereotypical statistic because they come from a two-parent household with highly engaged parents. Since Black History Month isn't for me, it's for you. I want to let you know that Black women are the blueprint for how to not only survive, but thrive during periods of adversity. It's not new to us. It's true to us.
Anyways, welcome back, and you guys have literally seen all of that clip that I've literally rolled out for you guys. I want you guys to actually listen to this, and then I'll be back to say everything I want to say.
Black Americans say we are the blueprint. They're not saying other people don't matter or copying them is bad. They're making a cultural and historical claim rooted in lived experience. Here's what they mean. Straight, no hype. 1. Cultural innovation that everyone copies Black Americans created or heavily shaped. Hip-hop, jazz, blues, R&B, rock, soul, street fashion, slang, dance, beauty trends, sports styles, protest language, pop culture aesthetics. A lot of what becomes mainstream American culture starts in Black communities, gets mocked or criminalized first, then adopted, monetized, and praised when others do it. That's the blueprint idea. Hashan 2. Surviving oppression created unique resilience. Black Americans are largely descendants of enslaved people, stripped of language, ethnicity, religion, homeland. Out of that came a new identity from scratch: music, foodways, humor, spirituality, social codes. Saying blueprint is a way of saying, open quote, we built something powerful from nothing under extreme pressure. Close quote. 3. America tests everything on Black people first. Historically, policies often hit Black Americans before anyone else. Policing tactics, surveillance, housing discrimination, medical neglect. When Black communities sound the alarm, it's often dismissed until it spreads to others. So blueprint can also mean early warning system. Now 4. Movements that expanded rights for everyone. Black-led struggles forced America to confront itself. Civil rights movement, voting rights, labor rights, free speech protections. Many freedoms enjoyed by other groups exist because Black Americans pushed the system until it cracked. 5. A response to erasure and disrespect. The phrase is also defensive. For centuries, Black Americans were told they had no culture, they contributed nothing, they should be grateful just to exist. We Are the Blueprint pushes back against that lie. Important balance. This matters. It's not a claim of racial superiority. It's about influence, not ownership of humanity. Other groups also contribute deeply to America, but Black American contributions are often copied without credit. Why it can sound arrogant to outsiders. Pain plus pride can sound like ego if you don't know the history. For many Black Americans, it's less bragging and more self-affirmation after generations of being told they were nothing. If you want, I can break down.
It's okay. You don't need to break down. If they have literally understood the part that I am coming from, because at the end of the day, a lot of people have literally tagged Black American of being lazy, tagged Black American of just a lot. And when you check every single thing that they are enjoying, every single thing that is coming true for them, Black Americans are the reason behind it. This is ChatGPT also confirming it to you. So ChatGPT has confirmed this over and over again. But just that some people have decided that no matter what, they don't want to study the Black American history. They don't want to know their struggle. They don't want to know every single thing relating to Black American. And of which I feel like that is really unfair. And it is okay for you to copy, but why not copy and give credit to the owners of the inventors, credit to the owners of people that literally created it, credit to the owners of people that have struggled to make sure that you live in America, you stay in America. Because it's just a whole lot coming with immigrants, coming with Caribbeans, immigrants and Africans, Caribbeans, Haitian, Hispanics, Latinos, Cubans. It's just a whole lot. A lot of them have literally talked down on Black Americans, forgetting that these people are the blueprints. These people are the ones that understood the struggle. They understood the path where America is coming from. So before you go ahead and talk anyhow to a Black person, click on this video and rewatch over and over again, or go to study Black Americans history. After all, we are in the history month. Happy Black History Month. Okay. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section, and credit belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it. Subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. Thank you so much for staying stick and hook with me to the end of this video. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be simple, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys, and come back for more.